Hello, traders. FX Pip Collector here. Today is Thursday, and it is March 20th. How is everybody doing today? Hopefully, fairly good. Today is Thursday, and man, the dollar is still relentless. There's been some pretty decent moves, especially if you are a short time frame trader. Honestly, I know a lot of short time frame traders that thrive in this type of market condition. So if you are a short time frame trader, you might be loving this type of market condition, honestly. But yeah, it's pretty sideways price action. I mean, my structure level is definitely still the same thing. I mean, unless we get a break of this structure, a nice solid break above structure that is. I'm definitely still bearish. I mean, we don't really know. This could be a little TD expanding ABC correction on the sort of time phase, and then it could just push down to the next Fibonacci level pretty easily. I think it is going to go down to the next Fibonacci level, which means that all these pairs are still very likely to keep going up, and these pairs eventually are probably likely to keep going down. So yeah, I'm definitely still bearish the dollar. I'm very surprised about this price action we've been getting. Probably great for the very short time frame traders. Everybody else is just like, ugh, don't even want to deal with that type of stuff. So yeah, I will start taking requests if anybody has something they would like me to look at. Put in the chats. I'd be more than happy to look at anything. Hey Skywick, hey Chrissy, how's everybody doing? Yeah, Allegra, how's it going? 1.7? What's 1.7? So anyways, yeah, I got natural gas in there too. I think Aussie dollar was the first one, then probably the EU, gold, and then we'll look at natural gas for the guy in the group on the Discord channel. If you haven't joined my Discord channel, definitely do make sure you do so. It is 100% free to join. The link is in the chats and the description of the video. Hey, Luca, yeah, I'll take a look at the dollar CAD. Definitely, we'll go in too. So Aussie dollar, I think, was the first one on the list, and boy, this like I was saying yesterday, the Aussie dollar pattern is definitely caused more by the Aussie than it is the dollar. Same thing with the Kiwi pattern. It's definitely more of a Kiwi move than it is a dollar move. Because if you look at other pairs like the dollar index or the pound dollar, the euro dollar, they're all doing pretty similar things until you get to the Aussie and the Kiwi. So and if you look at other Aussie pairs like the Yo Aussie, Pound Aussie, some of those other pairs have very similar volatile moves, which means that there is a very good likelihood that this is going to be a correction. Yeah, I'll definitely check out natural gas for you, no problem. Let's see here. So yeah, I mean, I'm definitely because of the dollar index, I'm definitely still bullish. I do definitely admit that on this time frame, it kind of looks like it could be three waves up, but I don't know. I have a feeling this is going to break out at some point. I still have a feeling it's going to continue the uptrend, mostly because of the much higher time frames. But one thing we can kind of know is that the base channel, which is the channel I have on here, which is supposed to be year one or A, projected out the bottom of year two or B. This is supposed to tell you whether you're looking at a correction to the overall downtrend or whether you're in an impulsive, potentially turn in the market. So if it does break out of this channel to the top side, I think that definitely confirms impulsive five-wave uptrend. If it stays within this channel, that it's more likely to be a correction, and it more likely eventually is going to end up breaking out of the channel to the bottom side and making a bigger move to the downside. So we're still kind of in this limbo area on the Aussie dollar. If you go down to the 1 hour time frame, I have my Fibonacci on here. I don't know. I really kind of doubt that that's the move that we're waiting for. Could be, but I think it's going to go down and take out these lows right here. I have it as a possible running right now, which is why I got these two trend lines pointed up, higher high and then higher high here, possibly like a running ABC type thing, especially because that does kind of look like a three-way pattern there, and this kind of looks like three waves down. That looks like three waves down, so I think it's likely we're going to make at least one more wave down for a 3-3-5 pattern. And it could make a higher low, it could make a lower low. I really don't know. It could be a running, which would be a higher low. It could be an expanding, which would be a lower high. If it's an expanding, it would go down to these lower levels. It would break structure probably and head down to at least these lower levels right here. So, either way though, I think there's a good chance we're going to get another push down, but I'm not really confident it's really going to technically happen now. It's probably going to more likely do something like this and then push down again. So I would be looking for some sort of a three-way pullback, definitely. Definitely looking for some sort of a three-way pullback on that. Euro dollar, I also don't think is finished with this move down, and I'm definitely extremely bullish on this pair. I still think that we're going to hit this 78% before, and maybe even head all the way up into this area before we see a really big significant pullback. I still think we're in a wave one on the very high time frames. Eventually, we will end the wave one and make a wave two, but it's probably going to be quite a while. I still think it's going to head up into this zone before we actually see the big wave two, which means that we probably are likely just in a crescent to the uptrend, potentially like a wave four of wave three, maybe. Whoops, I said wave three and drew wave three. One, two, three. It could be a wave four. Go up and make a wave five, maybe to the 78%. And that would be a one, two, three, four, five of three. And then potentially make a bigger pullback because the 78% is definitely a big area of resistance for the bigger wave four. And then I think the wave five, the final wave five, will probably go up into this area someplace. Yeah, the tariffs are going to definitely impact everything across the market. Now, the new deadline for the tariffs, I believe, is the first week of April or something, or maybe it's the second week. I'd have to look it up to verify. Don't quote me on that. I thought he said it was this week right here, like either the second, third, or fifth, fourth is when the new deadline is for most of those tariffs. And I'm kind of wondering if that's why the U.S. dollar's been so sideways, because literally since March 5th, the dollar, in my opinion, has done basically nothing, the dollar index. In my eyes, I know that short time frame traders love this type of price action, a nice little tight channel, but I personally hate this type of price action. It's terrible price action. And ever since like March 5th, in my opinion, the dollar's basically done nothing. And today it pushed up a little bit, but it is definitely still within this range. Definitely no breaker structure. So overall, very bullish. I think that the euro dollar is a wave A. I think this is almost definitely a five-way pattern down for wave A. Even though that move up is a little more like a trend, I do think it's a wave B. And I do think this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of C. I think it's going to take out the lows. It might even go to the 161, 178, right around the 1.075 area, and then end up continuing the uptrend. But it could make either because this is barely a higher high right here, so it could be a regular. A regular usually only goes to 105%, so it'll go up and take out structure by just a little bit. If it's a regular, then it would take out structure just by a little bit to the downside, maybe like the 123, and then it would turn back up. So either way, I'm keeping a very close eye for a long, definitely. I don't think it's here yet. I think it's going to go down again at some point. It's going to do some sort of a three-way pullback probably throughout the Asian session, and then down again. Maybe touch the 123 and then potentially back up. We'll see. Unless it decides to make a run for the 161, 178, which it definitely could. So that's why we got to pay attention to our fib levels. So that way we don't, pay attention to our fib levels, but not just our fib levels. We have to pay attention to the structure that we see at the fib levels. If you know how to, structure analysis and you can see a fib level getting respected, then that's how normally you can kind of identify the end of a correction. At least normally that's how you do it. At least attempt to do it like that. So anyways, yeah, let's see here. I'm definitely expecting that. Let's see. I've already done a couple pairs, falling behind. Gold pretty much played out exactly as I was saying yesterday, but I mean, I still think I still don't really recommend going short. I had my Fibonacci set up a little bit differently before, and honestly, it wouldn't be bad to have both of them on your chart. I just don't want to have too many fib levels going. I guess we could throw them both on there though, because it's just a blue line, so it's not a big deal. This is how I originally had my fib set up yesterday, but we were talking about gold pretty intensely today in the meeting and my Zoom meeting. It's a few guys in the group that literally only trade gold, so they're pretty good with their analysis, really good with their analysis. Yeah, so there we go. Now we can get some Fibonacci clusters going on. Maybe that 3,162 is going to be an important area. There's a Fibonacci cluster right there. But we are definitely at a couple fib levels. We are definitely in kind of an area of resistance right here. Let's see here. And on the daily time frame, we definitely do have a five-wave structure. We got one up, we got two down, we got one up, three down, I mean, and then we got three down, and then we got a one, we got a two, and we got a three. We are likely in a wave three of wave five right now, or possibly starting the wave four of wave five, in my opinion. Maybe not even. Wave one. So we're likely in a wave five, right? Because this is a wave four on the weekly time frame or daily time frame. So likely we're in a wave five already. The wave three would end over here, and this would be an expanding ABC of four, right? Higher, high, lower, low. So expanding ABC of four. And then you got a one, you got a two, and until we see a break of structure, we are definitely still in a three. It could go up more. Touch that, which is right around the 3070 area. Then make a wave four, which would be similar to the wave two, and then back up again for wave five. The problem with gold is everybody wants to sort it, and gold is literally in an uptrend on literally every single time frame. The monthly is up, weekly is up, daily is an uptrend, 4 hours definitely an uptrend. There's no break of structure on the 4 hour. 1 hour, technically you could say there's a break of structure on the 1 hour. So literally every time frame from the 4 hour up is in a huge wave three uptrend. So talk about trend is your friend when it comes to gold, big time. But it honestly did do pretty much exactly like we were talking about today. Man, you nailed it, nailed his gold analysis. He said it was going to go up. I probably would have guessed it was going to go down a little bit before it went up. I went on my Fibonacci from here to here, definitely. Let's see. I'm not, no, not even. So I would have my Fibonacci retracement from here to here because we do have an impulsive move down over here in a break of structure. So that's probably likely some sort of A, some sort of B, then like one, two, maybe even three, four, five. I don't know. I really have a hard time recommending shorts. I personally wouldn't want to go short on gold. It kind of looks like it could do that, but it also, because we're in a way, such a strong trend, it could literally look like it was going to go down and then up, 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 up it goes. I mean, it would be so much better just to buy gold on every single pullback you see, wouldn't it? Just zoom out and show yourself how important it is to go long on gold every chance you get on pullbacks. But I would be paying attention to my fib levels. If you get like a 61 or a 78% fib bounce, take it as a sort. If it reacts to that area. Let's see. Gold, pound dollar. Let's see. What's that? JPY basket. Oh, it's pulling back good. I think that we confirmed the 333 pattern. So this move up, I think, was just a bull trap because I think the 3-3 pattern is definitely confirmed on the daily. Definitely three waves down. Definitely three waves up. Definitely break a structure on the third wave up. So we should be down right now. I think there's a good chance that the JPY basket is down. I think I would have to throw my fib from there too, though. It was a pretty strong move up, wasn't it? I would still have to be bearish, though. Honestly, that could be the end of a correction. It is three waves. One, two, three. 50% fib. It could just go. Especially with something like the JPY. It makes such impulsive pullbacks. Very impulsive pullbacks. So yeah, definitely would still be bullish the yen pairs for sure. Dollar yen is definitely a lot different, but um, even though we had a fib bounce on the daily, I think it's going to go up. I think that because of the yen basket, I think we might go up a decent amount too. I think it might even go up and retest these highs. I think it's going to eventually break a structure, and it's eventually just going to keep going up at this point, just because of the JPY basket. Especially if the dollar really does decide to make a pullback. We had a break a structure on the 1 hour time frame. It kind of looks like a running pattern, doesn't it? Because this is extremely corrective. This is more like a five wave move. And this is definitely more of a five wave move. Should be the end of a trend, especially since we got this break. I think it's going to keep going up. I'll be looking for longs, definitely. Definitely looking for longs on that. Pound dollar is the same as the euro dollar. It's hard to tell whether it really turned right there or not because it could be a running. Look at that. It's almost a perfect channel, but it is definitely a little bit contracting, you know. It's not a perfect angle. That's why I always put my angles on these trend lines. Because a lot of times, if you get like, you know, whatever, 10 degrees on the top, you're going to get 10 degrees on the bottom too for the channel pattern. It might go down one more time. It really didn't break structure yet, did it? We had pound news today, interest rate news. They didn't lower interest rates, but Switzerland did lower interest rates 25 basis points today, so that's pretty good. Didn't really do a whole heck of a lot though. Definitely very bullish on the higher time frames. I don't know. I kind of doubt that that's it, but it could be. That spike right there makes it hard to know if you really got a break of structure or not. I guess technically on the 30-minute time frame, I would probably put my Fibonacci from here to here to try to observe whether this moved out as some sort of a pullback correction, like some sort of a three-way pullback. See if you can get a fib bounce out of it. Be cautious though. I would definitely want to see some sort of recognizable, you know, Elliott wave corrective pattern, ABC, WXY, flat, something. If it does something like this, down to a fib level, it would make for a really nice trade, definitely. Definitely very bullish on this. I still think we're going to go up. I still think we're headed up to the 78% and maybe even beyond. Let's see, pound yen. Because of the yen basket, I'm bullish. I have my Fibonacci retracement from this bottom of this spike, which was the end of the last correction on like the full hour, to the top of this spike. I think this move down is very, very likely to be a correction to the last impulse up for sure. Hmm. One, two, three, four. Definitely the last impulsive is right here. I'd be looking for logs. Definitely. That is a lower high, so it could be an ABC already. Hey, Divine. Excuse me. I'll definitely be looking for longs. We just got a 61% fib bounce, and we potentially might even have a break of sorts there. So keep an eye on this little push down to see if it makes a higher low. Higher low, higher low. If it does, then it's probably going to be impulsive. It'll probably go up and take out the previous highs. Let's see. Hey, Voodoo, what's up, buddy? Not sure, but I think the EU is making wave 4 of wave 1 of a big wave 3. Hey, Quizzy, yeah, I mean, that's pretty much what I think too. We're definitely still in a wave 1, and we're definitely in a wave 4, whether it's a, yeah, 4 of wave 3, exactly. That's exactly what I think. Wave 1, wave 2, wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, probably wave 4 of wave 3. Probably going to get one more push up to the 78% for a wave 5 of wave 3. So I'm totally with you on that. And that's going to just be the wave 3. The target for the bigger wave 3 is this blue box up here. This is like the secondary wave 3 target for the bigger wave 1, wave 2. The wave 3 target for this wave 5 might even go up into this box right here. Because that's the wave 3 target for the whole 5 waves of 3. Uh, yeah, definitely, for sure. Jump scare. Yo CAD and yo Kiwi. Overall, I'm very bullish, but I think we're probably starting a pullback. How long it's gonna last, I guess is we'll find out. But like I was saying earlier, I think we're starting pullbacks in a lot of these pairs, and it could go all the way down to here and still be in an uptrend. It could make a 78% pullback and still be in an uptrend on the weekly, monthly time frame. So we're definitely in a pullback. The question is how big of a pullback. I think we probably put the fib down a little bit more to there, to there. Most pullbacks do go anywhere between the 38 to 78%, and most pullbacks make some sort of a recognizable Elliott wave pattern. So it's probably just a wave A of a correction that potentially will last a few weeks because this is the daily time frame. So if it does something like that, that's going to take a while, potentially weeks, and then probably another push up eventually, another impulsive push up at some point. So overall, I'd keep an eye on my fibs every single time we approach the Fibonacci level. Definitely go down and look for structure breaks. 38%, 50%, 61, 78. I have no idea. I just know that we should be able to recognize it as some sort of a recognizable pullback when it finishes at a Fibonacci level. So depending on what time frame you trade, I guess it depends on what you're up to. It's most likely just a wave A right now. Maybe something like that or like that. Let's see. And the Yo Kiwi is most likely the same type of thing. Oh yeah, that did pull back quite a bit. What pair was it that? Oh yeah, the Yo Aussie. That's what it was. Oh, it did push up to those highs. Hopefully Yen-Bear didn't go short there. It's going down now though a little bit because it took the highs. Oh yeah, look at that. Ooh, I wonder if he's watching it. I know you asked for the Yo Aussie, but the Pound Aussie is like really good correlation. And boy, that thing made a perfect five-wave trend today. And a lot of these pairs are due for a pullback, and we're at the 100% Fibonacci extension of the last impulsive move, projected off the last corrective move. Perfect five waves. I think it's pullback time. That means the Yo Kiwi might go down a decent amount because that's already going down. Probably over the next several weeks, gonna end up looking something like this. Some sort of a recognizable pullback, some sort of ABC, ABC type thing. Flat, WXY, regular flat, expanding flat, contracting triangle, something. So my primary focus would probably be shorts over the next few weeks. I don't even think it's worth having that fib there anymore, really. You should just be looking at this from here to here. You potentially should just be watching this, watching the 50%, 38, 61%, 78%, looking for pullbacks on like the 1 hour time frame to go short until you get to one of those levels and it looks like the end of a correction. Oh yeah, wow. That probably is a short right there. Oops. That's a pretty clear pattern. Boy, that's a really clear pattern. Check this out. Oh, very clear. One, two, three, four, five. This is a little three-way pullback, three waves of A, three waves of B, one, two, three, four, five, six, seven type thing for wave C. So that's A, B, C, a B. And then one, two, three, four, five. I think that's the end of a correction. Headed down. New lows on this time frame. Hopefully you see what I mean by the internal A, B, C for the wave B, because the wave B always has to be some sort of a Elliott wave corrected pattern also. That's like an expanding ABC correction right there. Pretty good stuff. That's really nice. Very, very nice little pattern right there. What do we got for news tomorrow? Do we have anything in the Asian system tonight? We got a little bit of yen news tonight. We got CPI for the yen this evening. And oh yeah, and then tomorrow is Canadian news. We got retail sales for the CAD tomorrow. We had a ton of news this week, but the market still didn't really break out on any of the higher time frames. See, Monday, and then finally on the 30th, Europe and the UK and Switzerland are all gonna do daylight savings time. So now it's gonna go back to being 5 hours between New York and London, which is good because it throws off my schedule. So I'm in the same time zone as London, but I'm not in the UK. So what do we got next week? We got all that PMI news. We got CPI. Not a whole lot going on next week, really, as far as news is concerned. CPI for the yen next week. CPI for the Aussie and CPI for the pound. Those are good ones. All the PMI news on Monday is not bad either. So got a few things to keep an eye out for. Pretty soon we'll be worried about the tariffs again. Come the first or second week of it, um, April. So yeah, let's see here. What have I? Where are we at? U.S. 30 for Divine, the Dow Jones. So I want to spend some time on these. I was talking about that today in my membership Zoom meeting that I do every day. I'd really like to spend some more. I'd like to on my own time, maybe this weekend or whatever, spend a couple hours just analyzing just these indexes because I want to start trading them a little bit on my funded account, and then probably just trade forex on my real money account. My prop firm account, I'll probably trade these indices, and my forex account will be my real money account. And then my other $100,000 account will be connected to that. It looks like the end of a crescent to me. It's hard to know where to put your fib levels too, because I think I would throw them right here because technically there is a little bit of a bigger structure right there. So that looks like the last end of a crescent right there. So you'd have to throw your fib from here to here. It really looks like this is an ABC crescent. It looks like we got a 50% fib bounce and then we're gonna go back up, especially on the Dow Jones. Yeah. It's not very impulsive on the other two, though. Could definitely go down some more, couldn't it? Technically, there's no break of structure on the higher time frames. There's still no break of structure. I wonder if it could be a wave four because there's definitely like a 1-2 right there type thing, and then a big push down for a three. Could be a wave four, then it goes down for a wave five to like the 61%, and then turns back up. But it really looks like it wants to go back up on the higher time frames, so I think I would have to be bullish to a point. What I mean by that is I probably have my Fibonacci on this whole move down, and careful for the fib levels. Obviously, the fib levels are areas of resistance, so you don't want to go long against those. But on pullbacks, you go long and then get out on the fib levels, and then try to go long again. And if it just keeps on going and going and going and going, and you're looking for longs the whole time, then it really shouldn't be too bad of a deal at all. US dollar CAD. I think somebody else asked for that too. I don't think I looked at it yet, but I'll definitely check that out for you. For sure. Let's see. So US, I think I would be looking for logs for now, but I do notice that it looks like five waves. One, two, three, four, five. It might actually make a little bit of a bigger pullback, like go down to these lows and then head up to like the 50, 61. And then if it's a wave three, it's going to be very impulsive. If it's a wave C, it might just go up to the 50 to 61% and then end up turning down, maybe even the 31, 38%. Something like this is even pretty possible. Up to the 38 and then back down. US dollar CAD. So I think Luca asked for the US dollar CAD and I might have skipped over it. I forgot about it. US dollar CAD is tough because it's really waiting for the tariffs right now, big time. You can tell that it's waiting for the tariff news. Hmm. It is going to make a push for that 78%, isn't it? I was wondering if it was going to do that. It would honestly make for a clearer pattern if it does. I don't know. It's so hard to know because the dollar is just useless right now, and it's like literally just a channel, and we're at the top of the channel now, so it might just go all the way back down to the bottom of the channel, and then come back up towards the top of the channel. So until we get a breakout, I mean, I would just be range trading, I guess, if I was trading the sort of time frames, just trading the veins. So if the dollar goes down, then maybe this really is going to push this down to the 78%. I don't know. It's tough to say for sure. I thought this was potentially an ABC, but it never took out the lower wave A. So maybe that's what it's going to do. It's going to go down, take out the lower wave A, then turn up to the top of the channel to finish off this A, B, C. Hopefully an ABC of two. Hopefully a wave one at some point. That'd be really nice. So I'm definitely looking for another push up, but kind of looks like it's trying to go down. But I'm almost kind of looking at this and thinking, man, what if that was just a weird oddball correction because the cat is volatile right now, and this is supposed to be five ways. This is like some big old giant running ABC that's just going to turn right back up. Kind of be an odd pattern if that's what it is, but boy, I wouldn't be surprised because that's five ways. That could even be like a one, a two, and then go up for a three. I guess if you see it go up and break structure, you could definitely get long and see if it just goes up and breaks this structure. But I would be careful because on the daily, it kind of looks like it could make a run for the 78% fib before it really actually goes up. So definitely be careful for that. It kind of turned right in the middle of those two fib levels, which kind of makes you think that it needs to go down to the 78% to grab that one, grab this liquidity, and then turn back up. And then that would be a kind of like five-way pattern right there. So probably is going to do something like that, I would say. Let me look at natural gas now too, because I hadn't looked at that one yet. I'll do that right now. To be honest with you, I haven't been keeping up with natural gas because nobody really asks for it anymore. But ooh, my higher time frames, I'm definitely still up to date with that, my weekly, and that's the most important part, anyways. Oh wow, yeah. Hmm. It's definitely five waves there. A or one. Definitely a crutch in here. B or two. Definitely one, two, three, four, five there to a fib level. Hmm. I haven't looked at this in a while. Rocky used to be the one that always wanted me to look at this. I got some old analysis on here. Boy, that does kind of look like could be some sort of a crutch, and because boy, that is definitely five ways down. That definitely looks like three ways up. That might be going down and then turn right back up because this definitely looks like five ways. One, two, three, four, five. And then five waves down with a breaker structure, and then one, two, three, one, two, three type pattern. A big old giant expanding, and then continue the uptrend. 'Cause I don't really think this pullback is over. We'll see, I guess. If I mean, if it just keeps on making impulsive movements, keep looking for sorts. But I would expect it to go down, maybe grab these lows, and then turn back up to a higher fib level, like the 50% or the 61%. I think it's gonna go keep going down for now. Definitely looks like it's starting a new impulsive move. One, two, three up. That could be a wave two. It might be could just be impulsive down for a wave three. Go down, take out structure. Maybe not quite that much, but we might be in a wave three. Come down, grab this structure. Maybe a wave three of C. So I would definitely be on shorts. Unless you got a really significant break of structure on at least a 4 hour time frame and up to the upside. Otherwise, this looks like it could just over the next several, do kind of like what this did, just make pullbacks and just keep going down. Looks like there's a really good chance of that. Yo, Aussie, yo, Kiwi, we kind of looked at these a little bit, but definitely pullback time. I don't think it's going to reverse on the weekly time frame. That's what I was talking about today. I think it's pullback time, but I do not think it's going to take out any of this weekly time frame structure. I think it's going to make a higher low if it pulls back. Same thing on the Yo Kiwi. I don't think it's going to take out weekly structure. I think it's just going to be a pullback within an uptrend. I'm pretty confident. So that means that anything we see to the downside should be a correction to the last impulsive up. So you put your Fibonacci retracement out there, look for a recognizable pullback, and then you go down to a shorter time frame, which you see as a trend. Same thing on the Yo Aussie. Not quite as good actually. The Yo Kiwi is better. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's probably a wave A. We're probably now going to make some sort of very overlapping pattern for wave B. And then we're probably going to go down to maybe the 61, 78, maybe 50% for wave C. And then probably 2 weeks from now, turn back to the upside. This one kind of looks like it could just keep going down now, but this is more 1, 2, 3 down. This is probably going to be 1, 2, 3 up, 61%. Because the Aussie Yo Kiwi looks like it needs to go down again too. What's that? Totally backwards. And then down for wave C. Kind of looks like it's trying to go short, but I bet that's not the short. I bet it's gonna do something like this and then go back up, and then go down for a C. No, I don't have my fib levels on that time frame. 2 hour time frame. Shorter time frame, like the 1 hour and below, I save for a different fib level, so you can get the little sub pullbacks. Definitely, a little bit of a fib bounce right there for sure. But I bet it's just something like that. I bet this is gonna do something like this too. Well, I don't think it's gonna do that, but like this. So yeah, yo, pound Aussie. If anybody else has any more requests, definitely put them in the chats. Be more than happy to look at basically anything. If anybody does want to check out my free Discord channel, definitely do so. It's 100% free to join. And the website is also very cheap too. If you're interested in becoming a member, it's only $30 a month. It comes with a ton of benefits. So I'll put both of those in the chats and in the description of the video. The Discord channel itself is 100% free. We do have 5,774 members, so that's good. Pretty good community of traders. So definitely join up, say your charts and all that type of stuff. Pound Aussie, sure. Oh yeah, look at that. It's turning down. Oh yeah, that's right. I just looked at this. This is definitely, I think, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the daily. I bet we just made a wave 5. Almost kind of looks like it needs one more little push up though, because it didn't. I don't know if I could say that it really hit that fib level, but you could probably maybe the fib level is not perfectly aligned with the highs and the lows, so that could be why. Looks like it's good. Might get one more little attempt up. Boy, it's pretty strong to the downside, but if you wanted to know if it was going to turn back up, you'd have to put your fib on the last impulsive move up, which would be from here to here, right? That's the last impulse from there to there. If it breaks this low, then this trend from here to here is over, and if that trend is over, it's likely a wave 5. If it makes a higher low, as in bounces from a fib level, some sort of a corrective pattern, especially if it makes like a 1, 2, 3 like that, or an overlapping pattern like that, and then turns back up, that'd be a really nice long potentially. just to grab those fib levels from the higher time frames. So if you follow your structure and then throw some fibs on there, a lot of the times you don't really have to guess. You just have to wait. You have to be patient. If it breaks this, you know that it's probably going to go down and take out this because it's the wave 5 is complete. If it goes down to a fib level, like any one of these other pullbacks, and then makes a very impulsive move up, just like every one of those other pullbacks, then obviously you continue in the uptrend. So that's what I would be looking at for that. Let's see what's going on with the dollar, I guess, real quick. Yeah, not much. I bet we're gonna get one more push down on the euro dollar and the pound dollar. Aussie dollar definitely looks like it wants to go down at least one more time. So I think we're gonna get another push down on all dollar pairs. Kiwi dollar probably down one more time. US dollar CAD might go up one more time. It might even go all the way up to these highs if it's really a wave C of B. We'll see. That means the US dollar Swiss might pop up again. Boy, if that thing goes up to the 78% again and then turns down, that would be a pretty good one. And I think gold is going to go down. I think gold is going to at least take out these lows and then probably turn back up again. So we got our Fibonacci retracement from here to here on gold. Looking for pullback entries, watching out Fibonacci levels on shorter time frames. Looking for the normal things, breaks of structure, golfing moves at Fibonacci levels. Stock market was pretty slow today too. It really didn't make that much of a move. Yeah, DAX finally pushed down a little bit. DAX was back at all-time highs. FTSE's in a pullback, I think. I think that'll go down again. Ooh, oil, I'm still waiting for a long, but I think there's a chance it's going to go down one more time before it really turns. Definitely still waiting for a long on oil. And I think the yen pairs are going to, I think the yen basket's going to go down. I think the dollar potentially could keep going down. I think it's going to go down to a minimum to 78. It could go down. It could just keep on going down without breaking structure. Sometimes these trends, just go and go and go and go and go. You might be waiting for a pullback and it might just say, no, I don't think so, dude, and just go and go and go. So definitely be looking for pullback entries for sure. So anyways, does anybody have any last minute requests? Kind of a slow going day, huh? I don't know about you guys, but I'm pretty sick of the dollar indexes. Dollar pairs are pretty much useless right now, in my opinion. You got to be patient, wait for some proper entries, unless you're on like the 5 minute time frame. I haven't really seen anything worth the entering. So anyways, I guess we'll come back tomorrow and do the same thing again at the same place. If you haven't done so, definitely do like and subscribe to my channel. Definitely check out my free Discord community. And definitely don't forget to check out my website, fxpitcollector.com, if you'd like to get access to all the benefits listed below and more. So anyways, I'll be back tomorrow night. And tomorrow is Friday, so it's a good day to just look at things and, interact with the community and see what's up. So anyways, I will talk to everybody later. And as always, thank you for watching and happy trading.